When we sleep at night, when images start arising in our mind and our attention and our emotions start engaging with these images, no matter how absurd the reality, we take it as real. Later on, when we wake up, and if we happen to remember some of these images and some of the feelings, we describe it all as a dream. No matter what we experienced, no matter how intense the emotion, whether it was terrifying, whether it was erotic, whether it was bland or inconsequential, whether it was inspiring and significant, we call it a dream. We lump whatever that experience was into this category of dream. It's quite an interesting thing to do, isn't it? We're implying that all these experiences, all the feelings, all the events, all the people that were in the dream, all the objects, we're implying that they were all of the same nature. We call it a dream. And I suppose if pressed, we would say they are all of the nature of the consciousness of the dreamer. Now, if you're a spiritual practitioner and you're getting adept at bringing the attention back to itself, of allowing the attention to rest in itself, your attention is no longer being driven to seek satisfaction in what the world appears to offer, then a similar process happens. What people refer to as the world, or what you might refer to as the world, what you might refer to as your personality, your ego, your body, it becomes apparent that they've all got the same nature. We don't call it a dream, do we? But we might as well. Why not? Because they are also related to consciousness. Not my consciousness, because me is part of the dream. So we can just say consciousness. It's not Brahma or God's consciousness either, because God is also a notion. Brahma is also a notion. Brahma and God are also part of the dream. So this is what happens, and this is what we get described here at the end of chapter 37. They talk about everything being void, the earth, the mountain, movement, experience of creation. It's all void. This is like saying it's a dream. It's of the nature of dream. We're just giving it the one word because it's of the one nature. The yogis, or the perfected beings, can make the whole world a void and also convert the void into the world in the twinkling of an eye, with the help of the magic potion known as consciousness. Well, you don't have to be a yogi or perfected being to do this. This is what you're doing all the time. But it's the yogi or the spiritual practitioner who recognizes that the world is void and comes back to this consciousness in the twinkling of an eye. It's instantaneous. The attention, your consciousness, is either lost in feelings, lost in ideas, lost in objects and dramas, or it's resting in itself, and you can bring it back just like that. So, this is what's going on in the spiritual practitioner, the yogi. When you come back, when the attention comes back to itself and consciousness comes back to itself, then the whole world has been realized rather than rendered, has been realized as void. But there are times you have to engage with the world. You have to get on. You have to get on with the game. You have to be involved. Even in dreams, you're always doing something. Why do you have to do anything in a dream? It's the nature of things. you're part of the nature of things, so you get on with the nature of things. If you have a job to do, you get on with the job. If you have somebody to look after, you look after them. If you need to look after yourself, you look after yourself. This is life, you get on with life, but you're not taken in by the stories that we've been told about it. There are countless such worlds created by these siddhas, perfected beings in space, countless creations, all of which are but pure infinite consciousness. Well, like I said, you don't have to be a siddha to do it. You're doing it all the time. You are living in your own created reality, your own self-created reality. You've got the notions which you regard as real, which you regard as important, and which you're emotionally engaging with. This is your world, this is your reality. But this last sentence is a little bit less obvious. Enlightened yogis even travel from one such creation to another. Well, we should be careful what's meant by enlightened yogis. I think here it's meant yogis that have got particular yogic accomplishments. It's rather like those people that are aware in their dreams and can take some kind of control over their dreams. And yogis that have practiced particular exercises can do this. It's sometimes called astral projection, out-of-body experiences. But we've established previously that this is not what we might call a scientific or objective thing. This is about being conscious in your own imagination, being aware in your own imagination, and being able to travel within your own imagination. A lot of traditional meditation practices develop this ability. They're visualization practices essentially, and visualization, if it's practiced sufficiently strong, becomes more real than the so-called physical reality. So we mustn't get sidetracked by that.